The Mercedes G-Class appeal is undeniable, even if it caters to a specific clientele. Let's face it, it's the only Mercedes model that flies against the company's existing design language with a utilitarian look that hits off well with the same people who enjoy models like the Jeep Wrangler and the Land Rover Defender. But the G-Class appeal also extends to the tuning world, where a handful of aftermarket companies have developed kits specifically for the off-road conquering SUV. Most of these kits revolve around the AMG 63, but every so often, a tuner comes by with a kit specifically for lesser variants of the G-Class. Here then is Hofele Design, one of the most renowned German tuners in the business, and it's presenting the G-Cross, a tuning program for the G-Class with an extra engine tuned specifically for the G350 diesel variant. Hofele Design has also taken pride in being different, so it's no surprise that the G-Cross program follows that template. Remember when it developed an Audi R8-inspired kit for the convertible variant of the Audi A5 back in 2009? The G-Cross kit isn't audacious as that program, but it does come with upgrades that alters the G-Class overall look, which in itself is a challenge considering that Mercedes has resisted on making sweeping aesthetic changes of its own. The program itself is admittedly not for everyone, but for those who want their G-Class SUVs to get a different look, this kit is certainly worth a look or two. At the very least, you can take comfort knowing that the G-Cross tuning program is from a German tuner that has been in the business for more than 30 years. You don't get to have that kind of longevity in a business as cutthroat as the aftermarket auto tuning scene without knowing what you're doing. Exterior: considering how unique the Mercedes G-Class looks relative to the entire lineup of Mercedes models, it's a little bit more difficult to create a different look to the SUV without making wholesale changes to its appearance. Other tuners have succeeded to a certain degree, including Mansory's aerodynamic program for the G-Class that it unveiled at the 2013 Geneva Motor Show. That program featured, among other aerodynamic items, a new radiator grille and a front spoiler bumper that was integrated with LED daytime running lights and a new radiator grille. It also featured a new carbon fiber hood, roof spoiler, and rear diffuser. But it's Mansory's radiator grille for the G-Class that we should keep in mind, because it's become a recurring theme for a lot of the aftermarket kits developed for the SUV. Interior: give Hofele Design a lot of props for not taking any shortcuts with the G-Cross program, even going so far as to offer an interior upgrade to the cabin of the G-Class. Granted, the upgrades aren't as extensive as some people may prefer, but at least there are options available to personalize the whole thing with new appointments of leather upholstery and trim to go with a sport steering wheel that should become extra useful for a personality-driven model like the G-Class. At the very least, Hofele has some interior upgrades to offer, which is more than what you can say for other tuners that opted to leave this particular section alone. Drivetrain: Hofele Design's engine upgrade for the Mercedes G-Class covers a wide range of G-Class variants, starting from two diesel variants, the 320d and 350d, and going all the way up to the range-topping Mercedes AMG 65. Heck, the tuner even has a program available for the AMG 63 6X6. The common theme among these upgrades is Hofele's ZIP engine software processor, which can tune whatever engine is found under the hood of the G-Class to improve its power and performance characteristics. The G500 variant's 5.5-liter V8 engine, for instance, gets a power increase of 509 horsepower and 544 pound-feet of torque, a significant bump in output from the standard 388 horsepower and 390 pound-feet of torque numbers of the V8 engine. Pricing details of the Aero kit, set of wheels, and interior upgrades are best left to asking Hofele Design directly, but there is some good news as it pertains to the tuner's Dynamic Plus tuning module. Regardless of what variant of the G-Class you have, from the 320D to the AMG 65, the module is priced exactly the same at €549, or around $581 based on current exchange rates. No matter where you look, the cost of getting those power results is as good as it's going to get for the Mercedes G-Class.